So in this video, we'll be talking about the Logitech G102 LightSync gaming mouse. So I'll be sharing my complete 1 year of experience of using this particular mouse, and I'll also share the details about the feature that it is packed with. And at the end, I'll also tell you how was the customer service experience that I had recently with this Logitech mouse. So by this end of this video, you will be able to make your decision if you should go with this mouse or no. So this side Shubham here, you're watching UnZip Tech. Let's get started. So first, let's talk about the features that we have. I have noted all the features down so that it gets easy for you to explain. So the first feature that it comes with, it has a LightSync RGB color wave. Now this feature is about the colors it has over here. So the light that it comes with, it has 16.8 million color based on the animations that we have on the screen. Also, it supports the games also. So based on the games also, you can customize this or the content that you're consuming, in short, the media that you have. So based on that, you can modify the slides that you have. Then the second point, as we say, this mouse is for gaming, right? So it has a gaming grade sensor also at the bottom over here. So that can be also helpful so that you can get good accuracy while you are doing gaming. So as we talk about gaming, it also has a DPI switch button, because it can vary from 200 to 8K DPI settings. Now, for those who don't know what exactly DPI is about, so it is about the dot per inch. That means it depends on how much you move your mouse. So let's suppose I'm using it on higher DPI, like 8K DPI, okay? So I just move it like this. The cursor will go from that screen directly to the end of the screen. So that much faster it will work. But if I'm using at 200 dpi, so what happens is, if I'm moving only this much, the same amount that I did previously, the cursor will slightly move on the first screen itself. So this is the settings that you can apply. That will be very helpful if you're playing FPS games. Like let's suppose you are shooting at a particular location, okay? Like you're shooting at let's say 90 degrees and you want to rotate 180 degrees. So this feature will really help you to directly switch from 90 degrees to a 180 degree angle. That means you're rotating your complete character 180 degrees. So in that case, this DPI thing will be very helpful. You can also do the settings in your games, like you can have custom sensitivity and all these features. But yeah, having a dedicated DPI switch will help you if you are using snipers and you're switching between ARs. So you can easily click this button, switch the complete setting. Again, you are using AR, you can come back to the same setting. So this is the feature that it comes with. Now you might be thinking how exactly we can set this up, right? So there is a G-Hub software that it comes with. So you just need to install that software separately. Without installing also, this mouse works. But if you want to do this customization, like you want to set some presets, you want to make changes to the DPI, to the colors, then you can install the Logitech G-Hub and you can just do the settings very easily. So as we move forward, let me also talk about the design. So the design is about 6 buttons it has, whose settings you can again change in the G-Hub software. And it also has a feature where it can assign different buttons to a particular dedicated button. Like you can completely change the setting. You can give any command to that particular button, and whenever you press that button, it gets activated and it does, or it performs that work that you have assigned for that button. It can also support some shortcut keys that also you need to do it in the G-Hub software itself. And also it supports macros. So what is exactly macros? You can just set up multiple commands for a particular button. Let's say you want to just do left click twice and then once right click. So now this complete setting you can set for a single button. So whenever that button gets pressed, automatically it will do that clicks that I have mentioned. So this is how you can set up the macros. Now all these settings are done in G-Hub software. If I try to create that, it will become a really big video. But if you search on web, you'll be easily able to get those videos on the YouTube itself. So you can explore accordingly if you want. Now the next feature is about the buttons. Now as per the company claims, they say that it has a mechanical spring built inside in the left and right click that we have, and also it has some different kind of setting done on the scroll wheel, which gives you comfort as well as precise movement that you want. And whenever you are clicking, you get that mechanical type tactile feeling. Now talking about this click, there is again an issue with this. I'll also talk about it at the end of the video, so stick till the end. The next feature, that is the onboard memory. Now this is a very good feature that I really like you can just save the settings. You just need to turn on the onboard memory option that you have in the app, again the G Hub app. So once you have just turned that feature on, now I can connect this mouse to my other laptop also and get the same setting. Now how this exactly works is, it will have a onboard memory that is there inside this mouse itself. So what it does, whenever you're doing the setup, it will automatically save those settings to this mouse. Now when you connect this mouse with another laptop, it uses that settings that are saved inside the mouse onboard memory. So that all the settings that you have put, like the DPI, the color and the micros, all the settings get applied to the next laptop as well. So that is a very advantage feature that we have in this mouse. Now the last but not the least, it has different platform supports. So you can use this on Windows, which is higher than Windows 7. You can use it on Mac OS, which is higher than 10.11, and you can also use it on Chrome OS above TM. Usually I haven't feel any problem with any of this OS. I also used it with Linux and it was working fine. So definitely you'll not be facing any problem regarding that. But still, I thought it should be mentioned because we are talking about the features, right? Okay, so that was all about the feature. But now let me make your decision more clearer. So I have basically divided this thing into 3 different users. So the first user is like a normal user who does the daily work, like for very normal use case. They just use the system for using YouTube or just scrolling Instagram reels on the system. So for that particular user, then there is second user, that is the creator, and the third user is gamer. So let's talk about the normal user. For normal user, I would say like it will be overkilling features that it comes with, because obviously it has a price also for it comes. So if you're thinking, if you have the budget of that much amount, like 1200 to 1300, then you can go with this particular mouse. But if you do not have a budget of that particular amount, just go with the cheaper one or the budget one, because that can also do your work, right? And then talking about the second type of user, that is the creator. So creator is basically who creates content, people who do video editing, who does Photoshop and all this kind of things. So for them, it is very good, I would say, because it has 6 buttons, right? So you can customize the settings accordingly. You can have your preset loaded on this, so that whenever you're doing your editing or whenever you're doing some other things also, you can use those shortcuts and easily do your work, and the workflow will be very good. So that is a very good thing or advantage about this mouse for creators also. But again, you can also get the same features like different buttons in less price also, but you will be missing out with the quality that it comes with. So if you have a budget and you're okay with it, you can go with this one, or you can either choose the previous one, like you can go with some cheaper alternatives also. So for creators, again, it is a very good mouse. Then the third user is the gamer. Now for gamer who are just doing casual gaming, right, like I do. So I just play casually for fun. So in that case, this mouse is well enough. Like you can get all the things satisfied with this particular mouse. But if you are a pro athlete, you're just getting serious with the esport thing. So in that case, this might be a less useful for you. So if you have a budget of 12 to 1300, then you can think of this mouse. But if you can go higher, because in gaming you will be needing all those features, like it should be a particular weight, it should be having those sensors, it should have that latency, good latency and all these features. So in that case, for a pro athlete, it might fail. So if you're thinking of going into esport, I won't suggest you this. You can choose something which is more better than this. But if you're a casual gamer, this is more than enough that you can have. Now, the well-known topic that you will see everywhere, wherever you go and buy this particular product. You'll also see it on YouTube. That is the double click issue. Now, I personally felt the double click issue after using it for 10 months. Okay. But there is a twist over here. Now, this issue is also known by the company, right? Because it is very trending that this Logitech mouse has a double click issue on either of the button, like on the left click or the right click. So that is very common. So company is already aware of that. So what they does is, I went to the service center. First I searched on web, how can I get it fixed or what can I do? So I got a response that Logitech service centers are very good at this. So I just went to that particular service center and I get it replaced. So what is the complete experience? I'll tell you now. So first thing is, it was very quick. I just got the contact number online. They shared me the details. They also shared me the locations where the service centers are. And they had two options. One was, either you can take this mouse and you can go to this particular service center, get the formalities done. Or the second way was, you can deliver this particular product or courier this particular product to their location. So that whenever you deliver it, after that the formalities will start. It might take up to 5 working days. That is what I got to know from the support team. And later on, accordingly, they might repair or replace it. In most cases, I will say they'll replace this particular product because that is what they did with me. But here is again a twist. The one-time fees for delivering this package to the service center that you need to pay. When they deliver you back, you do not need to pay any amount. So that is the thing that you need to remember if you're delivering this particular product or couriering this particular product to the service center. Then the other thing is, you need to have the proper bill. At least the invoice you should have. So I wasn't having the bill, but I downloaded the invoice from the Amazon app from where I bought this particular product. Then the other thing is, you do not need the box if you want to get this to the service center. And also, if they are replacing, they'll not provide you any box. They'll just remove the box and they'll hand over you the mouse and the replacement document. Okay. So this were all about it. This was my experience using this Logitech mouse. I hope I would have helped you in this video to understand what exactly features are there in this particular mouse. And also I have shared the experience, right? So accordingly, now you can think what kind of user you fit into and what all problems you might go under if you're using this particular mouse and how to fix it. So everything has been explained in detail in this video. Still, if you have any question, you can just let me know in the comment. I'll be glad to help you. And yeah, that's it for this video. See you guys in some another video. Till then, bye bye.